Good morning. We are Bartow High School, and we are representing a Shea home build. My name is Jamie Rulo, and I am the president of Jackets Construction. Jordan Simpson is our research and developer. Ellison Saunders is our architect. Porter Brown is our cost estimator, and Simon Durham is our scheduler.
Thank you, Jamie. As she said, my name is Jordan Simpson, and I'm the Research and Development Coordinator for Bartow High School's Shea Home Build. So whenever we started, we had one big question, and it was, where do we start? We are a high school from Bartow, Florida, being commissioned to build a house in California. So there are major differences. Florida has hurricanes and thunderstorms, and California has earthquakes and wildfires. So we were able to put Spanish tile roofing on the roof because it deflects fire embers more than others. And then I was able to research some different pricing in California, calling businesses to get pricing for things such as paint, indoor and outdoor, as well as roof trusses and many more. I did find that there is a 17 to 20% increase in material from Florida to California. This is because the cost of living is a major difference, and just there are a lot more, especially nowadays with inflation. So permit prices I got from the Department of Planning and Building, and then there are also many other factors that we incorporated to this build. This is green building, as we wanted to be more environmentally friendly, as well as insurance we thought was a big cost difference that needed to be inputted into our price, because insurance should be on every build. So next we will hand it over to our architect.
Hello, my name is Ellison Saunders, and I'm the architect. This design has a hip roof and a gable roof on the front. We chose a hip roof because it can withstand extreme weather conditions, and a gable roof avoids details which require a great deal of work and cost and is less prone to damage. The outside has a stucco finish along with some upgraded stone veneer on the front. We chose stucco because it's known for its incredible durability. This floor plan has a total of 2,859 square feet, with 2,217 square feet being air conditioned. There are a bunch of windows to provide natural light. There are 4 exterior doors as well as 2 roll-up doors. This plan has 2 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. Every room is very spacious. The kitchen opens up to the dining room and the great room, and the foyer, which could easily be turned into a 3rd bedroom, opens up, the den that could easily be turned into a 3rd bedroom opens up to the foyer. The 2-car garage has an exterior door as well as a door leading to the rest of the house. And on the back side of the house, there's lanai. The garage and storage have LED fixtures. In almost every other room, there are LED can lights. Some rooms have fan as well as the LED can lights. There are numerous outlets in every room depending on the size of the room. On the back side of the house, in each corner, there are floodlights. The kitchen, foyer, and bedrooms all have smoke detectors in them. Now for our next critical point of discussion, our cost estimate.
Hi, I'm Porter Brown, and I'm the cost estimator for this project. Our total price, including our profit margin, was $907,201, and major cost factors that we attribute to this price are the concrete foundation, which is expensive in any major construction project, the framing price, which became costly due to the shortage of lumber and the inclusion of a wood frame structure to combat earthquakes instead of a concrete block structure, the plumbing price, which became costly due to the facilitation of 2.5 bathrooms and our high quality finish. The kitchen became costly due to our high-end cabinets and countertops. Our primary goal for this project was to create a marketable home that was safe, elegant, and comfortable for any small family while including multiple green building options. These goals are displayed in our home both inside and out through our Spanish tile roof, our stone veneer on the front of the house, bamboo flooring throughout the home, our solid surface countertops, our solid wood cabinets with soft closed doors, a lazy Susan, and pull-out trash cans, our stainless steel appliances, and our high quality plumbing and light fixtures. Now to pass it on to Simon with the schedule.
Hello, I'm Simon, and I'm the scheduler of this project. So our project is estimated to take roughly 6 months to complete, with time set throughout for contingency in case anything goes wrong. We also have some things that last throughout the entirety of the project, such as maintenance and inspections for stormwater. So our project is split into 5 phases. The first phase, which is pre and early construction, where we have things such as the installation of the silt wall for the aforementioned stormwater. We have to get our permits, we have to order, and we have to put our foundation along with our base utilities. The second phase is beginning rough construction, where we have things such as drywall and we have framing and roofing, along with their inspections, rough utilities, such as, with their exterior features. Stage 3, we have finishing up rough construction. We have things such as insulation and drywall. We have rough paint. We have installation of a garage door, and we have our cabinets and trim finishing that up. Stage 4 is finishing up the general construction. We have our final trade installs. We install our flooring, our driveways, and along with some landscaping on the outside. And then stage 5 is just finishing up the project, cleaning it and selling it. And much of this was a Gantt chart program helped me come up with most of these numbers. Back to Jamie.
As Jordan said, we incorporated green building materials into our plans to improve our effect on the environment, as well as improving the health of the homeowners. There are numerous amazing features in this house, such as an open kitchen that is equipped with a walk-in pantry and an island that can extend into an additional dining table, the dining room that has a beautiful view of the lanai, and the laundry room that has a large amount of storage. We hope that this home fulfills happiness to all who enter. We are here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Excellent presentation and submittal documents. Is overall very good. I'd like to see a lot of the material that you did provide. So I can see the estimate worked well with the design elevations. So you did a lot of research. I applaud you on that. You quoted sources. So since you're a Florida builder and you're building a house in California, and you pointed out a lot of the differences, insurance, hazards, cost, which is very true. So kind of starting there at that point, question, what type of insurance do you cover? And since you know that that is a big difference between the two geographical and business sectors or locations.
For sure. So a lot of the insurance that we were looking at is just overall, you're going to have subcontractors on the site. So getting insurance for them, as well as anyone that steps foot on that lot. So as far as a specific name of a insurance company, I did not find that, but I would for sure look into it.
Do you know, just follow up then, do you have general liability, workers' compensation?
Oh, for sure. So all of that, and specifically for our general contractor, yes, and then as well as anyone that comes on the site.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So one thing I wanted to point out, since you did a very good job on coordinating between the design and cost, I wanted to point out specifically, and just looking at your first elevation on your plan, you have a site plan. Do you know what the number or the letter B is on the site plan, the 4565B? Does anybody know that or can answer that? No? Okay. So B stands, it's one of the sequences of a siding elevation of a house. And I wanted to ask specifically, so you have a wonderful stone veneer house, but it's not the elevation I wanted. So, a question, what do you do when you find out that a homeowner, for example, who's in Florida, comes all the way to California and finds out that their house has the stone veneer, not a siding? How do you respond to the homeowner? That's okay. Just think of the best logic, how you would approach between schedule or cost. Just out of curiosity, what would you do if you're building out of state for a client?
I would just make sure that we would communicate with them exactly what the house is and everything it entails, and explain to them what we have and why we have it.
Okay. So do you let them know that you'll look into the design and see what you did, see if they will accept it? Is that a correct procedure for you?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Then one thing, you have a lot of good sources, so I want to make sure you know and look into all the details of geographic reason. If you're building far away for a client, it's definitely important to have high-end communication. So, excellent. Question on your schedule. Your schedule is 6 months. If we have rain impacts, in California, we don't really have rain, and we had 2 weeks of rain in the past month. Is your schedule a set schedule, or how do you respond to rain and impacting your potential delays?
We have time set throughout the project in case anything goes wrong with rain, whether it's with rain or with the general subcontractors. We have set time throughout in case anything goes wrong for that.
So, and that's built into your schedule? So,
Yes.
so if there is rain, you're going to still hold that end date, so that person that's moving from Florida to California will still be able to move in on time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I like it. Firm dates. Yes.
I think another aspect of the schedule and having those contingencies is being able to communicate with your subcontractors, and if you know there's rain coming, seeing that you're going to have to push some things back. So that pushes the whole job back, maybe by a few days, but keeping in contact with those people as well as your homeowners.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. That's all I have.
Great response, by the way. Communication is awesome. You know, thinking proactively about the weather that is coming rather than just responding to what happened the day prior is the right way to go about planning. So great job answering that. I'll tell you overall, I thought your plan was very clean. The estimate was great. The schedule, I mean, just as far as a visual perspective and able to understand it, I thought was really good. I love your executive summary that you had in the presentation. Next time, put that in the submittal too. That helps even kind of reviewing up front, but I thought that was a good summary. A couple questions that I have. Oh, one other note that I saw too, that it was in the estimate that I haven't seen in a lot of other estimates, was a budget for warranty. So it's smart to be thinking in advance for that. It often can become an unexpected expense that catches people down the road. So good job putting that line item in there. My couple questions are as far as the architectural plans. I noticed that you chose to swing all of your exterior doors out rather than in, and I was curious if there was a reason that you did that.
So where we're from, that's just common. So that's some of why we did it. But we would just rather it come out rather than in because that's what we're used to. So that's why we did that like that.
Okay, gotcha. One other question. I noticed on the plan that the hard copy that we received today has a door going from the garage to the outside, and it's bubbled on the plan. So I was curious what that's all about.
So it's very common for this with practices. We messed up and did not put a door in there. So we fixed it and made a revision, and that's why we provided you the new set of plans with the revision, and we labeled it correctly as well.
Awesome. Well, smart to do that. Thanks for that. You may consider putting some information, like getting the bubble out makes sense, but you have like a little call out there too. So having that spelled out clearly on the plan, and it may be on here, maybe my old eyes just don't see it, but, but that's smart. So good job picking that up and adding it back in. That's all I have.
Okay. Team, phenomenal job on the drawings. That's very good. So here we go. I noticed that you did not dimension any doors or windows on the outside. I'm the framer, and how is my crew going to locate those doors and windows without any dimensions? Was there a rationale for that?
Not really. We would just they would have to come to us and we'd be able to communicate and explain to them what it is. And if they asked for it, we could make like a list of it and put it in there.
Okay. Well, time is money, so try to get all that in there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You mentioned you're using tile, very heavy tile shingles. How would that affect the trusses in your cost estimation for numbers and things? Do you need more? Do you need less? What?
With the research that we did, we facilitated a strong enough truss, and that price was built into the truss price that we have.
Would that affect the spacing of the trusses and how many?
From what we researched, I don't believe it would affect the actual spacing that you have, but we would have strong enough trusses for the Spanish tile roofing.
All right. Site plan question. Okay. Did you use polar coordinate or azimuth to do the site plan?
The site plan was like given to us. All we had to do was put the house on it. So we didn't do a lot with the site plan.
Okay, so
'Cause
you
it
didn't
was-
draw the site plan?
No, it was given to us in the presentation that they handed us.
Okay, so
we
you
were
cut and
given the
pasted
site
and
plan.
put it on there?
Yes.
Okay. One more question about setbacks. How far back from the street is the setback of the house?
We did talk about the setbacks. I don't believe we remember the exact measurement, or we would tell you, but it's definitely something that we have looked at, and we would go into further detail with.
Okay, is that something that's important? Do you know?
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's something that's very important.
Okay, thank you.
I get to pick on Ellison.
Third
On
grade.
your design, what you want to do is you poured it in, stuff that was given to you, but there's also a lot of little details, like from the Simpson hangers and other stuff. Just go to their website, grab that hanger picture, how to install it, just grab it and place it right in your packet. And then provide it, it can either be a hand sketch, it can be something you poured it in, but as project managers, you're trying to convey how to install that product properly. And so you're gonna give it to the trades right there. So you need to know where those resources are and actually just put them in here. It doesn't have to be redrawn on some of them, but it'd be nice to have them poured in. And then like wall sections on what all the materials are listed with our values. So a client can say, oh, there's how my wall is built. Those are real simple hand sketches that can be done on there. I'm a pick on Simon on your schedule. I like it. Thank you. I liked how you did the steps. It's a compliment. I really liked how you did it. So as for me, I'm Polish, and it's really easy to follow. Make it really simple. And then for the estimate, who was it that, that was Porter, right? Did the estimate. On there, very, very careful, like you have on roof finishing. What you did is you took the square footage of the house. Is there a roof over the garage, the back porch, the front porch? Is there a roof over those areas?
Yes, there
Okay,
is a roof.
so
over those
what you
areas.
want to do is there's nothing wrong with using that square footage that you're using, but if there's a roof over another part of the building, include that as part of your square footage.
Okay.
You know, your square footage of the house, that's how a lot of us estimate, like the sheetrock for the garage or for the house. You know, 3.75 plus add for the 9 foot. I can get my quantity within a minute. So I use square footages like that, but remember, if something's above you, include those other areas, like framing lumber. You know, it took framing lumber to frame the garage. Use that overall square footage in your calculation. So your estimates, I like them, but just remember what you're using for square footage for your quantities. And so include those other areas. But I really like the packet. I loved your PowerPoint. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Awesome. Mr. Porter, if you could come up for me. So you were the salesman. I had a couple of questions for you because you pointed out a lot of great features that you guys have.
Yes, sir.
So, one thing I want to point out is, and one thing that caught my ear where you mentioned it was you called out specifically that you guys have soft closed doors, pull out trash cans, and lazy Susans.
Yes.
That's very specific details. So I wanted to thank you for pointing that out and wanted to ask you your thought process behind adding those features in on the cabinets.
Right. So as you said, we really want to try and sell this house in the greatest way possible, and we wanted to make it a marketable home that was easy to sell. So details like that were really important to us in making a homeowner fall in love with the house. So that was really our thought process through that.
That's awesome. Your cabinet guy's gonna love you. That's a lot of great detail.
Yes, sir.
And then the solid surface countertops and the bamboo floors, just wanted to get your thought process behind those as well.
Right. So with the solid surface countertops, we built in money to be used for either a Corian countertop, a granite countertop, or a quartz countertop, and that could be a discretion that we have with the actual homeowner and what they want to install there. And the bamboo floors, that was something that we wanted to include through our green building aspect, because that it has become a much more important factor for many homeowners, and it's an important factor to us. So we wanted to build in that that part of the project.
Awesome job. Thank you, guys. And I appreciate you guys for also putting together the electrical plan. I know that wasn't necessarily asked for, but it was very detailed. And then, Simon, question for you. So in your schedule, got a little bit of long lead times for your T-pole install, inspection, and your water meter install. Wanted to kind of see where you got that information from and what was your logic behind putting the longer lead times in those items.
I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I would love to get back to you on that.
No worries, no worries. Just wanted to ask that question. I think everybody covered everything else I had to ask, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.